Wow, I forgot all about this. Story focused and very not word focused tore away some of the actual art form of it for me. It's like what I'm passionate about. Why haven't I written more? I really feel led by God into this book, honestly. Swimming with Lupins is my new project, and I just thought I'd jump on and talk about it because I need to get some words out of me. Hi peeps and welcome back to another video. I'm not sure how long my battery's gonna last because it's on 2 bars, so out of 3, just for context. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, and wow, my car is already fogging up from me being in here. That's nice. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about this new thing that has been happening yesterday and today with my writing because I'm so excited about it and it's so cool. I don't think I have experienced this kind of joy of writing for a long time. I think I really enjoyed writing The Cloud Boy. I don't think I really felt like it was an art form, it was more of just putting words down on a page. Whereas with this new thing I'm doing, this new book that I'm writing, it's kind of been an idea and I was meant to be writing Project AOE. But now I'm honestly thinking maybe I'll just keep The Cloud Boy as a standalone. Because this new book that I'm writing, I really feel like I'm actually getting back to what writing is to me, you know? And I think it's partly because of the genre change and what that means. I'm writing so many more descriptions, I'm including so much more subtle little things in the scene that just make it come alive. I think with The Cloud Boy it was a lot more, this is happening, this is what this person looks like. It was very literal and not very poetic. It was beautiful, but it wasn't beautiful, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm painting when I'm writing this book. I'll just tell you, it's called Swimming with Lupins. Writing Swimming with Lupins, I'm like, wow, I forgot all about this. And I forgot all about that whole genre of like sort of more historical romance or historical fiction. It's so beautiful and so fun to write, and I feel very at home writing that kind of book. And I don't know, it's just, I've literally written over 5,000 words in like 10 pages or something, over 10 pages, something like that, in like less than 24 hours. Which usually I would never write that much. And it's just because I'm drawn to writing it. It's not like, okay, I've written my lot for today, it's enough, let's move on. I'm just so there in the story and so immersed in it, and I actually want to sit down and write it. I am aware of overwriting, which is also why I haven't written like 24/7, because I don't want to drain myself and then hit like a wall. But I have been writing a lot. I got up early this morning to write, and I was writing today, this afternoon, just all throughout the day because I don't really have anything on. So I'll be like going about my day and then be like, oh, okay, I'll do some more writing now and sit down for a bit more. There's so many things different about the way I'm writing this book. Firstly, I've been forcing myself to be very story focused and very not word focused, in terms of quantity. And actually just to be not thinking about quantity at all, but just to be so present in what I'm writing, not thinking ahead too far and not being like, oh, okay, well I've written this many words, so that's many pages, so that means it's this much in a book, and that means that I'll probably have to write this much more till I finish it. And my brain automatically jumps to that because I think I've created very bad habits in terms of like that sort of goal setting. And I want to set goals, I just don't know if I want to set those kinds of goals with this book. Because I think it sort of tore away some of the actual art form of it for me. And I don't want to do that. I want it to be like this amazing process where I get to know the characters and the story and just dwell in this little world for a bit. Which is what it's been like. But with The Cloud Boy it was, I think possibly because it was in NaNoWriMo to start with. So it was like, okay, I have to write this many words today, oh now I'm behind so I have to write more, and okay, I've done my word count and da-da-da, and it was all very word focused, I have to get this much done because I'm trying to reach this goal. I did some cool things in that month, and I wouldn't change the fact that I did it because I'm glad that I did, but I think it was very end goal focused, whereas with this book, I'm sort of just letting it, just I'm there for the experience of writing it, not the end goal. And boy, when I think about writing Project AOE, the sequel to The Cloud Boy, I'm so uninspired. It's why I started writing Swimming with Lupins, because AOE, I didn't actually want to write it at all, and I don't want to write it because I have no inspiration whatsoever for some reason for those characters anymore, or that world. And the whole time writing The Cloud Boy, I was pretty much there and all for it. But now I'm like, if I don't write a sequel to it, it's gonna just gonna make me so happy, because there's Swimming with Lupins that I want to write, and then there's about 1 or 2 other books that I also want to write after that. They're all just kind of standalone stories. I just think I didn't estimate properly what it meant to write a duology. I mean, it would probably teach me a lot, writing a duology, like a series in a way, but I just don't know if I thought about what that would be like, because I guess I just thought I'd have the motivation to write the second book, but being in one world for that long is a long time, and in the end I have figured that is not actually my genre to write in. My whole life I've been interested in the whole historical sort of scene. So I'm like, why am I not writing in that genre? Why am I writing in alternate realities and fantasy and sci-fi when what I love... I don't even read books about that. Like, I read historical, like, set books. Historical romances, historical dramas, I love all the Jane Austen, Jane Eyre, all the old classics, Anna Green Gables, just all those books. I don't even know how I wrote The Cloud Boy. I don't know why. I mean, I know I wrote it for the message that it holds, but apart from that, I'm like so confused with myself as to like what I was thinking when I started. And it's so interesting because I've only ever written one historical set book, but it's like what I'm passionate about. Why haven't I written more? It's so weird. But I'm really, really, really keen for Swimming with Lupins. I have so much vision for it, and I really feel led by God into this book, honestly, and I feel very inspired by him, and just by who he's creating the characters to be. I have great vision for how Jesus is going to be portrayed through this book. That's also why I'm so excited to write it, because none of my other books have had this, really. I've always included some sort of element of God. I really long to express God in the way that I know him, but through my writing, and I think this is the place to do it, this book. I think Swimming with Lupins is where it's gonna be, so I'm very excited for it. And I think I'm honestly just gonna do this. I'm already writing it, and I'm not gonna be stopping, so welcome to my next writing project, and hopefully you guys can come along with me. Yeah, hopefully I stay inspired. As a writer, I think I almost have when I am inspired, I have a fear of not being inspired, because I know sometimes it's easy to be inspired at the start. But God willing, I think this book will be written sometime. I just wanted to come on and rant for a minute about Swimming with Lupins and everything that it's been doing for me, just in the writing realms, and how amazing it is to sit down and write a lengthy description and really go into the details, like all the sensory details, and to be able to describe a scene and make it very personal feeling. It's so refreshing. And also I'm just loving it because I feel like I can also use my whole poetic side more in this genre, whereas I don't really feel I was free to do that before. So in this book it's like passages, there's just multiple passages that I think that I'm proud of and that I think is beautiful writing. But in The Cloud Boy there were some passages that I liked, but most of it was just the story just going on. There were only a few places where it really kind of got into a bit of more of a passage that I thought was beautiful. So yeah, it's very exciting. Swimming with Lupins is my new project, and I just thought I'd jump on and talk about it because I need to get some words out of me. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Keep being awesome. Okay, bye!